I always do when I'm in this position, right, is I'm always just making sure that I'm monitoring which way he's going, right? I don't necessarily want to be square where my butt is just seated like here. If I am, I always want to have kind of be seated forward, right? That way I'm able to kind of like monitor where he's going. If he starts to circle to the right, I can't be square like this and think I'm going to move like that, right? So what I do is so it starts to move, I drop my hip, put my hand, and I start to just move around and just monitor where he's going, right? If he goes the other way, I go this way, monitor, using my hand to pose. If he starts to come here, starts to come forward, I can decide when I want to engage what I'm saying, right? So it's all dictated on where he's going, right? So we're just going to do another little drill like we're doing here, where we're going to sit in this seated guard like this. We're going to do it for like a minute, right? We're not going to do anything kind of crazy, nothing fast, but I just want to see you guys in this position with good posture. I want to see you guys two forward, two lean back where your balance is off, but right here, right in the middle, your eyes are always looking, monitoring where. I don't really care if you look at the guy in the face, right? But in this position, I want you guys just monitor like his hips and what directions he's going, right? So if this person starts to go to his right, I tie my hand to the right, and I go this way. I can kind of use my hand to steer myself, and my hand's always here. I don't necessarily want to be here, right? Because there's some guys who can do some funky flying stuff. So I always think of elbow to knee when I'm doing this move. When I'm ever in this position, I keep my elbow just connected to my knee. Here, if he goes, I can switch sides, whatever. Does that make sense? All right. Just do this for like a minute each, and then I'll switch you guys, and then we'll get into the first sweep that I like to show. Okay? Ready? 1, 2, 3. So I can move forward into it too, so you can scoot back. So right, there you go. What I'm looking for is how is his stance, right? If he's square like this, this is exactly what I'm looking for, right? So if I'm right here, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to look to make connections to the inside, right behind his ankles, right? Right behind his ankles here. I can kind of use it to pull myself in if I need to, but most I'm just looking to make this connection right here. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to push on the top of his thighs as I kick my feet up this direction. Okay? So let's go like this. It's a dummy sweep. Hook, and I can use my hand in the back to kind of push myself forward. Okay? Next thing I want to do is I want to make sure I put my chest right on top of his knee. I'm going to reach behind his knee and grab my own lapel, put my ear on top of his thigh. Okay? If you do this far away like this, he's going to guillotine you, or you're just going to snatch your, just do a front headlock and just get, 10-finger choke guillotine like that right in the front. So I come here, I connect right here. Okay. I want us to just try to work on this connection first, because the next couple steps get kind of crazy. Not crazy, but just a little bit more advanced. So I want people to just start working on just this connection here. So I go do my dummy sweep, it doesn't work. I still have my hook here. I pull myself in, okay? And I just reach and I grab, okay? I'm maintaining this connection with my shin. This is what I'm gonna use next for the next part of my sweep, okay? So I come here and my foot is, and I'm just kind of in this seated position, and I don't want to be more like square right here. I'm kind of angled to the side, if that makes sense. So I'm kind of looking to the right or to the inside, okay? So again, we'll be right here. I go for my dummy sweep, boom, he steps back. I can use this hook too to pull myself in if I need to, okay? So if it's hard, I pull myself in, make a connection. Now I don't want him to be able to step this back, that's why I grab my own lapel nice and tight, and my ear is just going right on his thigh. Okay, now I have this connection. Now if I need to, I can use this foot to for traction if I need to make any movements. Okay, let's just do this for a minute or two, just to make sure that we're getting used to this position, and then we'll go into the sweep, which is working onto the single leg X, kind of in the position that the drill we were doing in the beginning of class. Okay, so again, start from here. I go to kick, it doesn't work. I can use this to pull and scoop myself in. My hand comes all the way around. I grab my own lapel, almost like I'm trying to choke myself, right? And my ear comes right here on the side. If I need to, I can kind of use my hand to make a connection to kind of turn the angle a little bit. There's a lot of fun stuff you can do. I mean, there's guys playing a lot of shin on shin stuff in the Jiu Jitsu world that have like really crazy stuff. People will like switch here and do other fun stuff. The one I'll show today is just kind of a basic sweep into a single leg X guard position. So the thing I'm going to do is I'm going to think about falling to my right shoulder, right? Not to the back of my shoulder, but almost like I'm going to do like a side roll where I'm going like this, right? I don't want to go back. I don't want to go to my other side. I want to go onto my shoulder. Okay, like this, if that makes sense. Right? So I'm going to fall to my shoulder, okay? As I have this connection here, I'm gonna use this to kind of kick my foot straight into the sky. What that's gonna do is his shin is gonna come riding down and it's gonna fall right into my pocket here. And then we're gonna end up into this single leg X position that we were doing before class, okay? So what that's gonna look like is I'm gonna make my connection here. I'm gonna think about falling to my side onto my right. As I do that, I'm gonna pull and kick. What that does is it kind of brings his foot right here in the middle, and I can kind of lift my hips and come to this single leg X from the beginning. So again, I go for the kick, make my connection, I slide in, connect to my lapel. My ear is nice on his thigh here. Again, I don't want to be too far away because even if he starts to square up, right, and he starts to go for like just a guillotine here, it's really hard. This is one of my first lessons in doing this move was I learned it. Next week I tried it and I got guillotined by a blue belt doing this. And I was like, what did I do wrong? And I was like, oh, I was like all the way out here. And that's forever a lesson like I remember from like 10 years ago. I don't know why. But, so I come in here, I make my connection, think about putting my shoulder right here to the mat. All I want to do is I can just hug my own knee, pull, lift. See how I'm lifting up here? This foot should fall down right into my pocket. Now this is the part where in the drill I was saying make sure you're shooting your hip. If I just go like this is not a very strong position, right? I need to see how I'm just using the back of my heel, or here and my knees aren't even pinched yet, right? I'm using just the back of my heel to pull my hips up. You see that? Just this. And then now I can pinch here. Once I get my pinch, I can pull his knee this way, and then I'm gonna push this in that way. So I'm kind of just rocking him this way to get him off balance, pushing him that way to take him over for the swing. So I would rock him this way, pushing that way. And then that same kind of sit-up we did, if you want, you can retract your foot. Now we come up into this passing position. That's what we need. Next round we'll do threes and switch you guys off, okay? If someone gets submitted, start from here again, same position, okay? Shake hands, don't kill each other. Go. Here, perfect. Alright, there we go. Hands off. There you go. You got six. You got six. There you go. That was it. Grab the loose right. There you go. Almost that there like you, right? There you go. Different, right? It's usually, I mean, my game is not a very heavy pressure game, nothing like that. I kind of roll fine, polished moves. This is one of those moves that I really like. That again, I learned this on the white belt at the Marcel University Academy in New York many years ago, and it'll take me a while to kind of get used to it and get finished and kind of finesse it. But I think it's one of those where it's you feel like, oh, I don't get into this position a lot, but after today you'll be like, dang, I find myself in this position a lot, and then you'll kind of see where kind of how you can utilize it and find ways that you can make it your own too. So hope you guys have fun, learn some difference there. So stand together if you fall.